And welcome back to the Betting Odds Show, the show that gives you the comprehensive rundown of the trending betting markets, and we give you our free best bets for the biggest games in football. And I'm joined by my mate Anton. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, Charlie. Not so bad, thanks.
Good man, good man. The dust has settled a bit from the Premier League. It's been a couple of days now. The sadness has gone. But how do you reflect on the final day of the Premier League? What did you make of it?
I thought it was a bit of an anticlimax in a way, to be honest. I'd kind of hoped for a bit more drama as a neutral myself, with the Premier League being a Blackburn fan. I expected Wolves to be a lot better in the second half. We know how good of a second half team they've been this season. I think those two goals just before half time absolutely killed it for them. Leicester v Man United, I don't think the standard was great from both teams. I've seen so much better from both of them throughout the season, and United probably deserve it, I'd say, on the form they've had in this second half of the season.
Yeah, we did say we thought there'd be at least one twist, and I was watching obviously the Arsenal-Watford game, and absolutely criminal going 3-0 down, but I've got to say it's probably the best attacking we've played since the restart by a mile. And how we didn't win that game, we had about 7 big chances that we didn't miss, and obviously we didn't go down because of that game, but I thought we should have at least won that game to put a bit more pressure on Villa. But anyway, looking forward to a championship season down at Vicarage Road. But you did look at the biggest betting stories in the Premier League. Did you highlight any of those looking back?
Yeah, and having a look on bettingodds.com, Charlie, there's a piece of rot on there and just highlighting a few of the prices from this season, such as Vardy, 20-1 he was to win the Golden Boot, great achievement there, and Danny Ings, joint second place. And this means most bookmakers offer each way places, normally 4 places on the top scoring market. And he was 200-1 with some bookmakers before the season. So they've got a nice quarter odds win there, around 50-1 on Danny Ings. Having a look elsewhere, I know that Aston Villa, with 4 games remaining, were 1-33 to go down. Incredible turnaround, that. Incredible. They're unbeaten for the last 4 games, and fair play for them for finding something when I've criticised them so much this season.
For me, that Arsenal game was the one. They scored early and they were resilient. But yeah, I think, although it was a sad Premier League season, quite profitable for me. I had Jamie Vardy to be top goal scorer at the beginning. I also backed Watford to go down at, I think, 7-2, and Aston Villa to stay up. So recuperated some tears. But yeah, anyway, we've had playoffs this week, and we've had 2 winners. Do you want to talk us through what we've had this week?
Yeah, so we've had the 2 playoff semi-finals, second legs in the Championship. We've seen two really good games, I think. Quite a lot of action in both. And in the first one, we had Brentford v Swansea, and he had Ollie Watkins and Ryan Brewster both to have a shot on target. That landed at even money there. And then the night after, we had Anthony Knockout to have a shot on target, and that actually landed after 1 minute 50 seconds. That's probably the quickest winner you'll get all season. Lasted less time than me.
Was that quicker than the Alonso one against West Ham?
Yeah, I think that was about 3.5 minutes we had, so I've beat my PB there. We about 1 minute 50.
Nice, rack it up. Yeah, 2 quality games. Obviously, I've always thought it was the best league in the world. And who do you think is going to win that final? Who do you think is going to go up?
I think it's going to be a really good watch, that final, and both teams are very top-heavy as such with attacking forwards. Both of them at the back, I think, can be a bit shaky, but it's going to be some final. And if I had to say, I'd probably go Fulham, and I think the edge might be Mitrovic coming back from his little injury, and that bit of quality up front. I know that Brentford have got Ben Rama, Watkins and Buemo, got some fantastic forwards, but I just think Fulham might have enough there with Scott Parker. I like the way Parker drills them. Yeah,
they've got the experience as well, haven't they? They've done it before, and it might be just a sort of big eye-opener for Brentford, but I think Brentford have played the best football, so that should be a good one on Tuesday. Anyway, it's the FA Cup final week. What's the betting saying, and could you give us your 3 tips?
Yeah, so having a look at the odds to win, and this is in 90 minutes. You've got to remember the prices you'll see in the winner market to win in 90 minutes. And we've got Chelsea favourites, 11-10. The draw can be backed at 5-2, and Arsenal are 23-10. And just have a look at some of the stats with these two. Arsenal have won the FA Cup the most times, 13 times they've won it. 21 finals they've been to. Chelsea, 8 FA Cups, 14 finals. Two teams who've been very successful in this competition.
Yeah, it's one of those. It just looks like the FA Cup on paper then at Chelsea Arsenal. We've seen it so many times. But
yeah. It does, but my first selection for this one, Charlie, is Mason Mount to have a shot on target, and that's that familiar price from this week again of even money. Doubling your money on this one. Mason Mount, he actually averages 0.8 shots on target per game this season. Only Giroud, Pulisic and Abraham have more for Chelsea. You might have seen that free kick he scored against Wolves on the last day of the season. Brilliant free kick there. I expect him to be on free kicks as well in this one. Sky Bet have got this at 4-7, so I think even money's a half decent price here from both Betfair and Paddy Power. A price which I think could go.
Yeah, I really like Mason Mount, and especially like that price at evens for a shot on target compared to others. I think I read some of that. He could be Chelsea's Player of the Year this year. Just having consistency.
He's also been playing as part of the forward three. Do you know what I mean? When you've got an attacking side like Chelsea, and you give me even money about one of the forward three having a shot on target, I'm interested.
Yeah, all over it. Nice one. And we've got a second one.
Second bet, Lacazette to be carded. And you might be thinking, why the prices for this one so short, and maybe why have I gone for an attacker? And Lacazette is 4-1 here to be carded. And let me tell you, you've got Jorginho and Xhaka at around 6-4 and 6-5 to be carded here. And we've got some short prices, and that may be as well because we've got Anthony Taylor in charge here. I think he's given out 103 yellows this season. There's only Mike Dean with more, with 129. So if you are surprised by some of the prices in the card market, that may be a reason why. I know that he also officiated the FA Cup final between these two in 2017, and he dished out 8 yellows in that one. But anyway, back to Lacazette. He's been booked 8 times for Arsenal this season. Only Xhaka with more. Xhaka has 10. But I often see Lacazette getting frustrated and having a bit of a niggle at the defender and stuff. He doesn't like hard tackles coming in at him, and I see him morning. And if any of them out of the forward three, he's the one who tracks back a bit more. So I think at 4-1, that's top price with Betfair at the moment. Bet365 have this at 12-5. So I'm going with a 4-1. I'm having a nibble on that, Lacazette to be carded.
He's definitely got that petulance about him, like that moody Frenchman.
That's the word.
See, what do you say? He's got 8 yellow cards already this season, and FA Cup.
8 yellows. That speaks for itself, that, doesn't it? And it's one of my favourite angles, and I think one of the most profitable, really, in the cards market. You've got strikers like Calvert-Lewin, Callum Wilson, all racked up 7, 8, 9, 10 yellow cards this season, some of them, and it's definitely one to watch out for next season.
Good stats, I like it. Just before I forget with the cards on, and you highlighted last time, I really like the angle, was the goalkeepers getting booked. You mentioned De Gea when it's all on the line, and I watched the Watford Arsenal game, and Martinez got booked. And
Fulham's keeper was booked last night as well. In that, so that's another angle you might want to check out. Them prices there. Yeah, I think I've tipped up 2 keepers to be booked in the last month. But the logic's there. I'd have the same bet again tomorrow.
And Callum Pragnell's actually written a piece about Anthony Taylor in FA Cup finals for why there should be loads of bookings. And I think one of the stats was there's been 2 yellow cards for keepers in the last 7. So if you're looking for something a bit wild, throw it in there. Anyway, have you got a big bad boy for the final?
Yeah, we've got a long shot for the final, Charlie, and I'm going with that trusty old formula from this season of 2 players to have a shot on target and 2 players to be carded. And I remember what I said about Anthony Taylor being in charge, the man from Wythenshawe. But that's a good reason why the prices are so short in this one. But I've gone for Aubameyang to have a shot on target, Giroud to have a shot on target, Kovacic to be carded, and Kieran Tierney to be carded, 33-1 with Betfair and Paddy Power. And starting this off with Aubameyang, 22 league goals this season, averages 1.2 shots on target per game. He's the penalty taker. He's going in this one. Olivier Giroud, been really impressed with him since the resumption of the Premier League. 6 goals in his last 6 starts, averages 1.1 shots on target per game. He's a man in form, and I think he's going to start over Tammy Abraham, definitely. Onto the cards, Mateo Kovacic. I don't think there'll be any N'Golo Kante here. He's a doubt, and we know he's been recovering from a thigh injury. Billy Gilmore's also out, so I think Kovacic will be in here. But he's also had 8 yellows this season. He's a much better price than Jorginho. Jorginho's 6-4. We've got Kovacic at 11-4. And for me, he's the one I want on board here for Chelsea to go in the book. And finally, I'm rounding this one off with a Kieran Tierney card. It's a bit of a hunch, this one, because he's only actually been booked twice in the 12 starts he's made this season. But one of my angles here, I think Tierney's going to play as more as a full-back if they go with the back three, as they have been doing. And I see Willian coming on at the end of the game. The last 20 minutes on the right-hand side for Chelsea, and Arsenal getting caught on the counter-attack. We know that Chelsea have the pace. We saw it against Liverpool at the latter stages of the game a few times, and I think Tierney to be booked here is the one for me. So that's Aubameyang, 1 shot on target, Giroud, 1 shot on target, Kovacic and Tierney to be carded, 33-1.
Sounds very, very nice. Yeah, I like Tierney. He's definitely got a tackle in him. He's not scared, and he's got that Scottish blood in him. So when it's all on the line, I can see it flying in. 33-1. Lovely, lovely. Thanks for that, Anton. I'll let you go out and do some more sunbathing for the rest of the week. I'm off on my holiday, so you might not see a preview for a couple of weeks, but we will be back at some point to cover some Europa League and Champions League football. As always, make sure you can only bet what you can afford and be a gambler aware. And we will see you later.